Here's the truth, 90% of people who start influencer marketing agencies never close a single deal. In this video, everything changes. I'll show you the exact system that flips that around and gets your first client very fast. My name is Noah. I built my own influencer marketing agency 3 years ago, built it from zero to multiple six figures per year, and now coach other people how to do the same. Over the past few months, I have mentored people who close multiple deals in less than 60 days. And if you stay until the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to find brands that are already spending on influencer marketing, how to organize them into system, and exact email template that you can use. Let's get right into it. So first thing that you need to do is, of course, choose your niche. Don't try to sell everyone. It makes outreach messy and you can't position yourself like a professional. Start with industries where influencers already create content. Fitness and supplements, beauty and skincare, food and beverages, tech and gadgets. Rule of thumb is if you already see influencer content in that niche, there is money flowing. Next thing is pick a service. Now that you know who you are going to serve and niche you will focus on, the next step is define what you will actually offer. Because you can't go to a brand and say, I will do influencer marketing for you. You need a clear, simple service that makes sense for them and easy for you to deliver. One-time collaborations or influencer seeding are two basic services that I recommend every beginner to start with. Don't focus on full campaign management. Don't focus on talent management right now. Start with these two because they are the most simple. Brand pays for specific campaign, 1 to 3 influencers, simple deliverables, 1 TikTok, 1 reel, 1 story. Easy to start because brands are used to testing campaigns. Brand sends products to micro influencers. Goal is to build relationships, collect UGC, low risk for the brand, which is very, very good. Great entry point for beginners because budgets are smaller and brands say yes faster. This is your path to your first client and it's very, very simple. First thing that you need to do is find brands, find the leads that you will outreach to. Before you land a client, you need leads. Brands don't magically appear in your inbox and come directly to you just yet. You need a system to constantly discover and collect them. This is your pipeline. The more brands you put in your system, the more deals you will eventually close. First method that you can use is YouTube sponsor scraping, the fastest way to find warm leads. Go to YouTube and search by niche, fitness creator, skincare routine, gaming setup. Look at creators' videos, pay attention to paid promotion labels, hashtag ad or sponsor mentions. For example, .com or hashtag sponsored or hashtag ad. In this case, I searched by sponsored and found that this video on AIAA's channel was sponsored by Sally.com with course affiliate link. Every brand you see there is proven to spend money on creators. They already believe in influencer marketing. Why this is gold? Because it eliminates guesswork. You don't need to convince them influencer marketing works. You just need to show them better creators, better execution and smoother system. Show them that your agency has good creators and they will come back to you all the time. Action from here is write down every brand you see sponsoring creators in your niche. Collect their website, their LinkedIn page, then find contacts, influencer manager, marketing manager, social media manager, or founder and CEO if it's a smaller company. This method alone can give you 100 warm leads this week. Literally sit down for 2 hours, scrape 10 to 15 creators in your niche, and list all the sponsors they have worked with. Method 2 gives you consistent daily lead flow. This is paid tools, Apollo, and other lead generation tools. With these tools, you can easily build a list of companies that match your target profile, your ideal customer profile, ideal client profile, however you want to call it. Filters that you can use are location. Start with tier 1 countries, US, UK, Germany, or any other tier 1 country inside of Europe. Industry keywords that you can use are supplements, skincare, food and beverage, tech gadgets. Employee size. Start with 1 to 50. Or if you want 50 to 200, this is for scaling brands, of course, bigger budgets. And the companies that I wouldn't recommend you to search are 200 plus employees. These are corporate, longer sales cycle, but huge budgets, which is good for when you already have some case studies. Export 20 to 30 fresh brands daily. Typical roles you will find are influencer manager, brand partnerships, social media manager, founder and CEO if it's a smaller company. Benefit here is consistency. With tools, you will never run out of leads. Every day you can add 20 to 30 brands to your sheet without relying just on YouTube scraping. Method 3 you have is brands already doing influencer marketing, taking competitor advantage. Open Instagram, TikTok, search and type again hashtag ad sponsored partner. Check which brands are tagging influencers. If Gymshark is using influencers, it's almost guaranteed that their competitors are also open to it. Small skincare brand works with micro creators. Their competitors don't want to fall behind, and they most likely work with influencers too. These are ready buyers. They have influencer budgets. They have already tested it and they know it works. Think like this. If brand's competitor is spending on influencers and they are not, they are losing market share. They're losing this part of a pie. That's your exact angle in outreach. Bonus method you have is creator backtracking and community backtracking. Follow creators in your niche and see who's sending them products. Look for unboxings, PR packages, small collabs. Those brands may not have structured influencer marketing yet. That's where you can step in. You can take their scattered efforts and systemize them into real campaigns. Between YouTube sponsor scraping, Apollo, and social media searches, you can literally build a list of hundreds of leads every single week. This is why I always say you will never run out of brands. The market is endless. What matters is how consistent you are with finding and tracking them. Now, obviously, I can't break down every single detail about lead sourcing here, otherwise we would end up sitting here for hours. Inside Middleman Roundtable, there's a full dedicated lesson of 1 hour just for sourcing brands and building lead systems, plus 11 other modules, videos, lessons that cover everything from outreach to closing your first deal. If you want to go deeper, the link is down below. Next thing that you need to do is go organize your leads. Now that you know how to actually find brands, the next step is organize everything into a system. Because without a system, outreach becomes messy. You forget who you contacted and you will lose deals simply because you didn't follow up. At the simplest level, all you need is Google Sheet or Notion board. The things that you need are brand, website, niche, which you are in, for example, supplements. There are multiple sub niches inside which you can cover here. Instagram of them, contact name, email, reply if they replied, last contacted, and notes. Why you need last contacted? Because you need to check if the brand has responded and when do you need to send the next follow-up. This shit becomes your pipeline dashboard. Every serious agency, no matter how small or big, lives and dies by its pipeline. Of course, bigger agencies have better CRMs and systems, but for you, Google Sheet or Notion board is more than enough. Daily habit, non-negotiable. The thing that I need you to do from start is add 10 to 30 new brands to your sheet every single day. Send outreach consistently. Track replies. Don't leave any conversation hanging. Follow up if no reply after 3 to 5 days. Think of it like it's going to the gym. You won't get strong by lifting weights once a month. You get strong by showing up consistently even when you don't feel like that. Same thing is here. Your pipeline grows when you feed it daily. Why most people will fail this? Not because they can't find brands, but because they don't stick to the process. They add a few brands, send a few emails, don't get instant results, don't get instant replies, and then quit. But this is a numbers game and discipline game. If you build your list daily and keep outreach flowing, the math will take care of itself. But if you have the discipline to do your 20 to 30 outreaches daily, I promise you will get the replies. The first week might feel like nothing is happening. By week 2 or 3, you start to see the replies. By week 4 to 6, you will land your first calls. By week 8, if you have been consistent, you will close your first deal. This is the compound effect in action. Small daily inputs turn into big results. When you start closing the first deals, when you start getting the first replies, you will start getting them every single day, every single week. When you start closing the first deals, you will start closing them every single week, every single month. Outreach basics. The truth is you won't succeed in this if you know how to send an email. You can find templates all over the internet, but what most people never understand is that outreach is the lifeline of your agency. If you don't master this, you don't get replies, and if you don't get replies, you don't get clients. It's that simple. Step 0 is set up your professional domain. Buy a domain for your agency, for example, youragency.com. You can get it cheap on Hostinger, Namecheap, or Google Domains, around $10 to $15 per year. Connect it to Google Workspace or Outlook. This lets you send emails from your name at youragency.com. Think about it. If you see noah@valeromedia.gmail.com or when you see noah@valero.com, which one would you trust more? So spend $10, get your domain, and set up a clean email before sending anything. Now, who to contact? The number one mistake beginners make is sending emails to generic info@brand.com. Instead, you will need to aim for influencer managers, social media managers, marketing directors, and CEO and founders. How you can do that? You can go on the company's LinkedIn, click on people. You will see 200, for example, associated members. scroll down and find, for example, marketing specialist, head of communications, this vice president is not good, research psychologist is not good, business travel is not good, international engineering, and all that roles that don't have any sense with marketing or influencers. You won't need to outreach to them. And remember, one good contact is more valuable than 100 random emails. Quality will always beat quantity. Outreach template that you can use is: dear name, I came across brand product recently and was impressed by specific compliment observation. It's clear that you're building something that resonates with your audience. I run agency name where we help brands like yours connect with trusted influencers across platforms and niches. Here you can also put your positioning line. Here you can put your personalized part. This is just a base template that you can use. Our team has supported campaigns in industry vertical that drove both awareness and measurable sales lift. I believe brand could benefit from the right creator partnerships. We already work with a pool of influencers who align well with your target market and can deliver authentic content around your products. Would you be open to a short call where I can share a few relevant examples and ideas? Best regards, your name, agency name, your signature, and that's it. Mindset that you need for outreach is: don't overthink it. You don't need a perfect email, you need a sent email. Outreach is a numbers game. Send 20 to 30 per day. Some won't get replies, some will say not now, some will get completely ignored, and some will say let's talk, and that's what we all aim for. Your job is not to convince everyone, your job is to get conversation started. Think it like this: every no brings me closer to the yes, every no is a part of the process. This is where the most tourists quit. They send a few emails, don't get reply, and stop. Real agency owners send hundreds of emails daily, track results, and keep refining until they break through, until they start closing the first deals. Next steps are: step 1, finding brands already spending. Use YouTube sponsor scraping, Apollo filters that we mentioned, and TikTok ad search. Don't waste time on brands that never touched influencer marketing. Go straight for the ones that are already investing. Check them in your sheet, keep it organized. Every lead goes into your sheet with status updates. This is your agency's heartbeat. Without it, you are just sending random emails and hoping. Reach out with a clean, personalized email. Doesn't have to be long. One line of personalization: who you are, your offer, and clear CTA. That's it. Don't overcomplicate this part. If you do this daily, here is what happens. Within 4 weeks, you will start seeing replies. Within 8 weeks, you can land your first client. And if you stay consistent beyond that, you will build momentum that makes 5 to 10K months not just possible, but inevitable. Alright, that wraps up today's breakdown. If this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. This really helps push this video to more people. Also, drop a comment with your biggest takeaway from this video. I read them all and I want to know what clicked the most for you. If you want to keep learning for free, join the Discord community. The link is in the description. You've got daily discussions, accountability, and space where you can ask questions to me and other members. And remember, what I showed you today is just the foundation. Inside Middleman Roundtable, we go way deeper. 8+ hours of video material, weekly live calls, and done for you templates, contracts, and access to the private community where people are already closing first 5-figure deals. The link is down below if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.